Welcome to this episode of CynSpeaks. In this episode, we're going to talk about the ego versus the heart because that is the theme that we are on right now. And we're going to talk about that balance with regards to other people. So, let's talk about how this ego versus heart balance affects others. In the last episode, I talked a little bit about relationships and how the ego versus the heart can affect relationships. But let's dig in a little bit deeper. So, the ego versus the heart balance is really essentially the balance in which energy flows. So, imagine the center point, and that is completely balanced. The center point will be half ego, half heart, right? Most people are not completely in the middle. Most people will be at one end of the scale or of the other end of the scale, or kind of closer to ego or closer to heart. All of us have both mixed in there some way, somehow, but it looks different and it shows up different for each person. So the ego versus the heart understanding, there is value in simply understanding the fact that there is a difference. What that does is it elevates your awareness and in turn elevates your vibration and your energy. And people pick up on that. Whether or not you believe in energy and auras, you can tell in your gut with your discernment, you can tell when people are off, right? When a person that you're close to is upset about something. They don't have to say anything. They don't even have to look upset. You can just tell. And that's you reading their energy, whether you know it or not. So what happens when you understand the balance of ego and heart and you respect that and you honor that, your vibration is elevated because you are now more aware than most people. And people will be drawn to you and they will be excited to be around you because when you start to accept the fact that people are just a little bit different on the scale, your judgment starts to become released. There's less judgment of the things that other people do and the choices that other people make. And that right there is the center of so many other lessons. We're going to have a lot of lessons about judgment, but the ego versus the heart understanding is the first step at understanding others and understanding and honoring the differences in each other. And that's what makes everybody special. So when this awareness happens, your interactions with others will change. And it will change because your belief system has changed. Once you realize, hold on, we are all compromised of energy, and everybody's energy is a little bit different, like a fingerprint. Now I understand them just a little bit more. And I want to understand them just a little bit more because I want to understand where they show up on this scale, and I want to understand why they are the way they are. Your desire to understand will just simply increase. And that will improve your interactions with other people. And I don't care what you do. I don't care if you work at a call center. If you do, God bless you. That is one job that I respect you guys because some people are just mean. If you work at a call center, you encounter people all the time. And your interactions with these people may change. It may become just easier to do your job. If you are in retail and you're encountering people face to face, your energy will change and people will react to you differently. You might realize people are being a little nicer to me, which is not a bad thing. The people that are close to you will likely notice some type of change an improvement in how you're acting and thinking and talking and moving and functioning. They're going to look at you differently. Some people will like that. The people that understand as well and the people that are elevating their life will be excited for you. They'll be like, oh, I knew something was different. I know something's different about you. And I knew something was different, but I wasn't sure what. Like, you've been reading, haven't you? They're going to come at you and they're going to want to have more in-depth conversations about energy and about all of these things that are metaphysical that some people just don't want to talk about. So the people around you that are close to you are going to understand. They're going to see your vibration different. It's just going to be different and it's going to be undeniable and it'll be exciting. Some people will see that and get freaked out and be like, oh, you're acting brand new, right? You're acting brand new and they won't want to be around you anymore. And that's because they're not ready to take that next step. In our first episode, I covered kind of some of the signs that you're ready. Not everybody is ready. So if you get into a space where you see yourself improving your life and doing better and growing and things are feeling a lot better for you, you see things start to line themselves up, you start getting blessings after blessings after blessings, and it's just easy. You are in alignment with source, things feel good, and there are people that are removing themselves. Let them go, because those people aren't ready to go with you to the next level, and life will sort those people out for you. You're not going to have to do the work to do that most of the time. Most of the time they'll opt out, and that's because they're not comfortable with themselves and they don't want to look within like you're doing. So they may, look at you and tell you something about yourself or make it seem like it's about you. It's never about you. Their situation, their thoughts, their beliefs are always about them, never about you. Just like your thoughts and beliefs are about you and nobody else. As this happens, another thing that will improve your relationships is you'll take less things personally. You'll realize that it's not about you. Somebody else's thoughts, beliefs, feelings, moods, they have nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. They have nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. You are not responsible for the mood of anybody else. You are not responsible for the happiness of any other human. That is a hard pill to swallow, because if you are an empath and you truly care about others, you want to be responsible for other people's moods. You want to make them happy, but that is not your job. That is not why you were brought here, and that is not why you were blessed with this journey. Now, you can serve for the desire of serving, but you are not responsible for that outcome. So cut yourself some slack and give yourself a break, because it's not on you. So take that off your shoulders, hand it off. Hand it off to source. Hand it off to God. Hand it off to God. Hand it off to whatever you believe. Hand that off, because that's not on you. Let it go. Less things are taken personally on your end, because you understand that your mood and your feelings are yours. And our feelings are the thing that directly connect us to a soul. Think about that. Doctors understand the body. Doctors are starting just now to understand the mind. And as much as we hear mind, body, soul connection, that mind and soul has been lumped into one. They're different. Your emotions come from your soul. And honoring and being aware of what those emotions are and where they're coming from will connect you back to your thoughts, right? And everything that you think manifests in your body physically. And that's psych studies. Like, that's Psych 101. Everything that is physical is connected to the mind. Everything that happens in the mind happens in the body. Everything that happens from your thoughts will manifest biologically. That's law. So if you're starting to see yourself getting sick, start looking at your thoughts. I'm blessed. I rarely get sick for some amazing reason. I'm so thankful. But now that I started to realize this, it's because my thoughts are rarely toxic. And if I have a toxic thought that comes into my mind, it doesn't stay. Like, you don't get to stay. You can pass through. Like, you're not welcome here. And if you hold on to any thought for 17 seconds, it will manifest in your life. So you want to make sure that you're not holding on to thoughts that you don't want to manifest. So anything that's negative or doesn't serve you, anything that's connected to other people, resentment, right? Those are all built through thoughts that have been welcomed in and welcome to stay. Don't let those thoughts stay if they don't serve you. Your confidence will increase. You will start to become completely self-sufficient. You will not depend on another human being to fill your cup. Now think about that. Society has taught us that we need another person. Even the twin flame beliefs are rooted in the fact that this other person completes you. Now, if you follow any of those beliefs deeply, you'll learn that in order to be reunited with that twin flame, the key is to be whole on your own, right? The key to any successful relationship is to be whole on your own first. Be whole and be healed. So what will happen as you start to become more aware of this ego versus heart energy, your confidence and self-sufficiency will increase. And when that happens, your peace will increase. Your life will become so much more peaceful because nothing that any person says or does will knock you off track. No situation that comes your way will harm you. It will not bring you down. It will not make you depressed. It will not make you sad because you know that it's only passing through. Well, things aren't great right now, but hey, I have this and I have this and I'm thankful for this and I'm happy about this and I'm excited for what's coming. That is the space that you have to strive to be in, and you become aligned with that space by minding your thoughts, which is simply just paying attention to what you're thinking and then deciding if you want to give value to that thought or if you want to just let it go. You can pass through. You can go. I don't like you. You don't align with what I have going on in my plans. So you can't stay. You can just pass through. I'm not going to repeat that thought in my head over and over again. Not going to happen. So it's all about choices. And it's all about designing the life that you really, really deep down want to live. Everybody wants to be happy. And the key to happiness is understanding yourself and understanding that happiness is built from within. No questions asked. You cannot achieve happiness without looking within. You cannot achieve happiness from anything external. Not true happiness. Temporary happiness, maybe. Everybody likes to, go shopping and everybody wants to drive a fancy car, right? For the most part. Your happiness, your happiness won't come from that. That does not equal happiness. That's a temporary feeling. But if you really look at it, a lot of people are seeking things to fill a void that usually came from their childhood. Well, if I just achieve a little bit more, maybe they'll tell me they're proud of me. But until then, let me just shop because that makes me feel good. If you think about all of this, it's all connected. It's all connected, and you have the ability to make that connection by simply minding your thoughts and observing them and deciding if they are ego or they are heart-driven. And what that will do is it will so significantly improve your day-to-day life and your relationships with other people, whether that be strangers or loved ones. And that is going to improve your life. I hope this helped. As always, follow me on Instagram at Cynamon Voe. The hashtag for the podcast is #CynSpeaks. All of this is in the show notes. And also make sure you subscribe, like, share, all of those things. It will help the podcast tons. If you are getting anything from the podcast, comment and let me know. I cannot wait to kind of go back and forth with you guys on these concepts and open these discussions because these aren't things we get to talk about in school. So be sure to comment, be sure to share, be sure to tag me in your conversations because I will reply. I am so excited for that. And I really, really hope this helped, as with every episode, because that's the goal, really, is to help this world kind of navigate a little better. Until next time.